Hi, I'm Josh, and I'm a singular ragamuffin. This is great. And I'm here with 2 out of 6 members of Jools. I'm with
Kate.
Mitch.
Fantastic. And here we are at Burn It Down Festival 2025. So I heard there was quite an interesting story about how your band kind of came to be, how you met. Yeah. Would you be happy to tell our audience sort of like how that came to be? Because I looked at it, I was like, wow, all of the planets seem to align.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. So Mitch and I met on a flight to Budapest. And kind of only met because the flight was delayed by 5 hours on the tarmac with us stuck on the plane. And so we met that way. And then Callum, our guitarist, we met kind of... You met him. We both met him a few years ago, very, very briefly, and then we reconnected at a pub before a Fontaines gig because his friend missed the train.
Fantastic, great band. Yes.
His friend missed the train, and he came to the pub on his own, and we randomly bumped into him.
Yeah.
Chris, long-time friend of yours.
Yeah, we're both from Leicester.
Yeah, that's not that crazy. But Chelsea, our drummer, was his line manager at work.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Yeah. And Joe and Chris knew each other many, many years ago and reconnected just in time for Jools. So everyone came together at the right time.
My favourite one amongst that is Callum because before the Fontaines DC gig, me and him went for a wee in a cubicle and he looked up and he saw that we were supporting Hot Milk at Coco.
Oh, cool.
And at the time he wasn't in the band, but we were looking for a guitarist. Mm-hmm. And he said, "Oh, you're doing well for yourself. That'll be a great show." And I said, "Yeah, come along. Bring your girlfriend. Come as guests." Took his number, and then 2 weeks later I texted him "By the way, do you know that gig? Do you want to play it instead?" And he stuck around since. So.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah. Saw Hot Milk at 2000 Trees recently in the forest, which you guys also played. Did you have a lot of fun?
We did have a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's a bit warm.
It was probably the hottest show we've ever done, ever. It was so warm. It was midday, and the sun was right on the stage. Me and Mitch both came off stage and threw up because we were like,
that is rock and roll.
It was like the hardest workout I think we've ever done, but it was so much fun, and it's such a nice festival. We've always wanted to go. That was our first time there.
Great crowd, great
band. Do you know what we've always said throughout the whole tenure of this podcast? That the community at 2000 Trees is absolutely fantastic.
So nice.
It is something
really
special.
Space.
It is.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. And standing amongst those trees as well in the forest to see those.
So magical.
It's
it is.
A complete unique experience.
Yeah.
So we're at Burn It Down here today. Is there anybody? I know you guys had a bit of travel issues getting here, but you're here now.
We're here now. Thank God.
Deep breath.
Yeah.
Is there anybody here that you're looking to see today, or have sort of checked out on the way?
Static Dress.
Yeah, I was just about to say Static Dress.
I know that's the obvious answer, but we they took us on their I think it was their first headline run before their debut album.
Yeah.
In 2022
in the UK.
Amazing.
And that was really fun. It was 6 dates. So we got to know them quite well across that, and obviously got to watch them every night, and they were unbelievable.
Yeah, and that was a long time ago, so I'm excited to see them again.
I think we've not watched them since.
Oh, okay, awesome. They absolutely tore the house down at Download. Yeah. I wasn't expecting pyro that early in the morning, and I was just like,
what they deserve.
Yeah. Got a bit of an extra bit of tan right at the start of the day. Do you know what I mean?
Nose hairs singed. Yeah.
Awesome. Static Dress, hasn't it? I know they're the headliner, but
no, that's great. And they're playing Rouge Carpet Disaster in full. What a treat!
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Very special show, I'm sure.
So, your live performances. How do you sort of approach your live performance? Is there anything that you wish that you want the audience to take away at the end of the set? Is there anything that you're trying to sort of, or are you just wanting to go out there and have the most fun?
I would say we kind of, I feel like we attack it kind of, it differs, to be honest, depending on the day.
Yeah.
And we do try and have the most fun ever and try and kind of make the crowd have the most fun ever. But I think our shows can be quite cathartic as well. A lot of people say to us, wow, you really go through a lot of emotions and there's highs and lows. And I think that's true. There's a lot of fun songs, but there's also songs in the set like 97% and Danoon, which, are very difficult songs to perform for both you and I, respectively. Yeah. So I think we try and just kind of attack it in the most authentic way possible.
Of course, yeah.
And we want people, I guess, to think and then have conversation and also have opinion.
Yes.
I don't expect everybody to agree with us. I think that's not the real world, is it? I think just to create discourse and discussion, I think that's achieving something.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. No, I completely understand. I listen to the lyrics of 97%, and I feel it's really important. And of course, if it creates a conversation, then you're really achieving something quite incredible.
Yeah, it's where you start, isn't it? It's like building blocks.
Absolutely.
To change.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, fantastic. Do you have any sort of like pre-show rituals before you actually take to the stage? Because we've had varying answers to this. Some very rock and roll stuff, like shotgunning a beer. And some other people like, oh, I do some stretches, which I think is like.
Oh, we
completely
always
valid.
miss that part.
To be honest, we always miss doing stretches,
Okay.
and we move around a lot on stage, and the next day we're so stiff. We do.
Shots.
We do shots, yeah.
There's two shots that we love. One is
Go on.
Fireball, and then in Europe, specifically Mexicanas, which is like a little Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In
Just
a
the
shot.
spice is like,
Oh, I
wow,
bet that
okay, I'm
just
here.
punches you,
That's it, yeah. We always do a little huddle and say nice things to each other.
That's nice.
I often make like annoying siren sounds that does everybody's head in, so
Yeah.
I inevitably get sent away to the next place.
And we also always listen to one song, and it can change, but it's kind of our song to get going.
Okay.
So for a while, it
Yeah.
was, what's the Geordie Greep song called?
The new-
Geordie
the
Greep. Holy.
Holy.
Okay.
And then it was Get Down Services.
Yeah,
Oh.
Dog Dribble by Get Down Services.
Yes.
And at the minute,
Fat
it's
Dog.
Running by
Oh,
Fat Dog.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what? Honestly, I'm not just saying this. One of the best bands I've ever
They're
seen.
so
Like,
Yeah,
good.
we adore
We saw
Fat
them
Dog.
at Glastonbury,
Yeah.
and my mind was blown. Like it was just,
Yeah.
it was stupid.
can I ask? Have you played with Fat Dog yet?
Oh, no.
No, never.
Right.
Has to happen.
Fat Dog,
This-
if you're listening,
Put it out there.
Just let's put that out. Manifest
Put it
that
out
into
there.
the world. Okay.
we would love
It
to.
would be-
Like,
and
the-
I've got a matching cowboy hat, so it,
Yeah.
you know, there's
There we go.
They go
Oh
hand
my
in hand.
goodness.
It could happen.
Let's make that happen. that would be absolutely incredible.
Wow.
These guys, my other ragamuffins, they kind of know me as like the music nerd guy, where we have bands and I say, oh, if you like this,
Yeah.
then listen to this, and this.
Yeah.
And I mean this as the biggest compliment ever. When I
Okay.
listened to you guys for the first time, I was like, and we spoke about it on the preview for 2000 Trees, I was like, I don't quite know where to sort of
Best
like even
compliment.
start.
Yeah.
We've got things like the Streets, we've got things like sort of like traditional punk and modern post-punk like Idols and all this sort of thing, but it all just sort of blends into this amazing melting pot of the amalgamation of what the Jools sound is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you get to this like point? What is probably your biggest influence?
I'm so
That-
delighted you've mentioned
yeah.
the Streets, honestly. It
Yeah?
often goes over people's heads.
No, I got
Mike
it.
Skinner's like my all-time idol.
I love it.
Midlands boys, aren't we? So
Yeah. And that is a huge compliment, thank you.
Yeah, no
thanks.
A lot of people say that and we're like, I guess we just sound like Jools. But I think it comes from the six of us having quite different music tastes, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we all pull influences from lots of different places. So like you said, the Streets, like we pull a lot of influence from like R&B and rap, to be honest,
Yeah.
which like maybe you
yeah,
wouldn't
like Little Sims
expect.
specifically.
Fantastic artist. Yeah.
And then heavy metal and classic punk and
Shoegaze.
pop and shoegaze.
Always
So
have to shoehorn that in.
I think it's just kind of the fact that all six of us are kind of quite different, and so
Yeah.
it all feeds into our sound.
Yeah, but I think lyrically is where we really kind of made the craft early on, I guess, and finding. It's hard to kind of cram our lyrics in because we have so much to say. So it's hard to find an artist that you really admire that does it really well.
Yes.
And somebody like Mike Skinner, or even as early as Bob Dylan or Patti Smith,
Yes.
are really good, like historic references that.
Yeah,
we look
even
up
like
to.
Lana Del Rey lyrically, I think
Yeah,
for me, like really
and like we
influences.
say, Fontaines with Green and Chatting, obviously another
Yeah,
great
fantastic.
lyricist. So.
Yeah.
And Shame as well.
Oh, Shame,
Yeah.
100%.
Shame's
yeah.
where we got the name Jools from.
Yeah.
Because I was watching Shame on Jools Holland, and at the time I texted everybody that I knew with a
Yeah.
link to one Rizla that could play an instrument, because I don't play an
What a
instrument.
song. Oh, okay.
What a song.
Yeah.
And I sent them this link, and I was like, listen, we need to make a band like this, but I can't play anything, so I'll have to like go up front, if that's all right.
had you done anything like that before?
No. I like, before that, Chris, currently in the band, I played bass in his band, and God
Oh,
bless
okay.
him, I was terrible, but I was just his mate.
Well,
And I-
that's punk, innit?
Yeah, that's what I call it too.
Yeah.
And I think he realised that wasn't my calling, so he's probably relieved to be invited to a band where I wasn't playing anything.
Amazing. Oh, that's awesome. So, Violent Delights.
Yes.
That is your debut album.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right in thinking, did you record that at Ranch Studios?
Yes,
in
we
Southampton.
did. With Lewis Johns, yeah.
With Lewis Johns.
Yeah.
If you know Lewis
What a
Johns,
boy.
He's great. He is amazing.
you'll
nearest and
know
dearest.
Olive.
Oh.
She was honestly. I
Olive.
mean,
She's such a good girl.
we actually, we credited her on the album. We had
Yeah,
to
we thanked
because
her on the
Love
back of the
that.
record.
she's just
Yeah.
amazing. I feel like Lou's amazing as a producer, but also he's done a great job of just creating such a nice, homely environment there
Yes.
that you just feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. Like you
Yes.
feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, but also the centre of the universe. And obviously, Olive helps. Like
She helps so much. You can
Yeah.
be doing a vocal take and be like, "Nah, this is not for me," and she's just underneath you, like almost cheering.
it
you
used to
on.
make me laugh because me and Mitch would be on the mic like screaming our heads off, and she'd just be like looking at us with the toys, if to be like, "Hi,
Yeah,
like, are
it's
you
like,
going
I'm
to play
here
with me?"
to-
On to
Yeah.
the important thing. We
Yeah.
bring her a toy every time we come along. A new toy,
We
yeah.
need to up our game.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
need to up
Gotta
our
bring her
game.
a toy.
Yeah,
Come
you've
on
got
now,
to-
guys.
Got to
Oh my-
sweeten her up.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of youth in her still.
But how was it? How was sort of the recording process? Was it one of these things where you'd come in and you had everything demoed, prepared, or were you coming in? Were you like writing as you were going? Like
We had I'd say 95% of the album written.
Yeah.
The final song, Violent Delights, wasn't fully there, and so we did some writing in the studio. But I think we were about there with it.
Yeah.
I mean, loads of ideas came in the studio, and we added loads of stuff, and obviously Lou was great with that. But I think the bones of the album were already there, and we kind of fleshed them out in Southampton.
amazing.
Yeah. And it was a really fun experience. We
Yeah.
finished up in December, and so obviously it was getting dark by 4 p.m. and it is literally like a ranch. So you step out of a vocal take that was light, and then an hour and a half later it's dark, and it was
Yeah.
quite nice. It was really cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had lots
really
of fun.
nice.
Yeah, amazing. And how have you found sort of the reception to releasing the album as well? Like, has that been fun to sort of?
Yeah, it's been great. Like the reception's been really nice. Like we've had loads of nice comments, loads of nice press and stuff, which is nice because, you pour your heart and soul into a project, and then it got to the point where it was coming close to releasing it, and we were like, oh my god, this is so scary. What if everyone hates it? Because we poured so much into it. But yeah, the reception's been really good. It's been really nice to play it live.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the songs we already played before they were out, but it's nice to play them live and they're
Yes.
out. So yeah,
we've had a busy old summer as well, so it's been nice to play it finally in full in some sets, and then taking bits from the album and others. So yeah, we're enjoying it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And talking of having a busy summer, you played Glastonbury this year.
did.
Yeah?
We did, which is crazy.
did,
Like
yeah.
I still feel like I feel like I need the summer to end
Mhm.
so I can really compute everything that's happened
I
this
get
summer,
you.
and Glastonbury is one of them. Like being on stage and saying like "Hi Glastonbury" was like, oh my god, this is
It's
crazy.
pretty great.
Like it's just the most amazing place on earth to actually play it. Was nuts.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's one of the highlights of the summer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Slash my life.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's lovely to hear, honestly, guys.
Yeah, it
I'm
was fun.
so made up for you. That is awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Putting you on the spot a little bit now.
Mhm.
We pride ourselves in sort of trying to just get the best and sort of unheard, or maybe even just like what you maybe think is a little bit underrated music to our
Yes.
listeners, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like sort of an artist or an album or anything like that you kind of have always thought this has not got the props it deserves, that you can now use this moment to sort of let people know, like, check this out?
I mean,
this is the person that came to mind for me is like, or the band that came to mind to me, like they are huge. Well, they're
Okay,
big,
that's fine.
but they should be bigger. And a lot of people I talk to, like you, for example, you were like, oh, I've never heard that band.
Yeah.
Is an Irish band called Gorias.
Yeah.
unbelievable.
They
They're
are
so
very
good.
ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Their album is amazing, and I feel like they do a really good job of like they don't really sound like anyone else.
Okay. Yeah.
So I would say them. They're not that underrated, but in my opinion, they should be Fontaine's
I
big. So
understand.
In which case, I guess I'll keep it Irish then. And my favourite album of this year is by the Murder Capital, and their record's called Blindness. And I think
Yeah.
it's so good. And they're 3 albums in now, and it gets better every time. So I think, yeah, the Irish are really doing it for us.
and then someone who is super underrated, and they're a German-based band actually, who we played a show with earlier this year. They're called Below Zero.
Oh, yeah.
And
Great band.
they are incredible. Like we watched them, we met them at a festival last year, and then we played a show with them this year,
In
and
Bremen,
just
yeah.
watched them, and they're just incredible. 2-piece band. The sound they create with 2 people is insane. Really nice boys.
It's like
So-
early Royal Blood.
Yeah, that's
it's
exactly
really
what
great.
it is.
I don't listen to Royal Blood, but it's great to see live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Awesome.
probably our 3.
Yeah.
Nice one.
I'm worried that when we leave, we'll think that we missed someone, but it's fine.
Yeah.
We probably will.
There's
It's
always
alright.
someone, isn't
Yeah,
there?
I know how you feel.
Always
So,
someone.
and then essentially, you've had a super busy summer, but your debut album has come out. But is there? I mean, I appreciate there's certain things you can and can't talk about and stuff. What can you sort of tell our listeners? What have you got?
Oh, we can tell you some exciting things.
A big exciting thing that's coming up is Radio 1 do kind of a show called Radio 1 New Music Live, and they did it for the first time last year in
I don't know.
Halifax.
Somewhere.
Okay.
An English Teacher played, and South Arcade played, and a couple of other bands. And we've been asked to play this year, which is amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
So it'll be us, Panic Shack, Keo, and Florence Road.
Yeah, good lineup.
Ooh. Yeah,
The Tram Shed in Cardiff, which is a really iconic venue.
Okay, yeah.
So that's something we're really looking forward to.
Yeah, it'll be broadcast live on Radio 1, and then you'll have like Jack Saunders and Daniel P. Carter and Alex Holcomb doing bits in between. So that was a crazy thing to be asked to do, especially when you look at the other bands on the lineup. It's like, wow, okay. So really excited about that. And then in October we're heading to do some shows in Europe. We'll be playing Poland for the first time.
Nice one.
And back to Germany and the Netherlands.
We're playing Eindhoven on Kate's birthday on October the 4th.
That'll be a fun day.
But then before all that, we're going to Istanbul for the first time.
Yeah.
So that'll be our first show in Turkey. We fly out on September 11th, but we play on September the 13th on a Saturday.
So that's exciting.
That's really exciting.
My
Yeah,
goodness.
we can't wait for that.
Is the shows in Europe, are they headline shows or is it?
Yeah.
Headline
Istanbul's
shows.
a festival.
Yeah.
That's a festival, which is a really good lineup. Like Jake Bug's there, Baxter Jury, Honey Glazer I absolutely love.
Yes.
Eindhoven's a festival,
Yeah.
and then Germany and Poland the headline runs, and then obviously the Radio 1 thing is like a co-show.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, thank you ever so much for talking to me today. It's been really fun. I
Pleasure.
can't wait for your set later.
Thank
honestly.
you.
Us too.
Yeah.
Fun.
And this has been Talking to Jools, and it's been great.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Bye.